NBA basketball totals for Tuesday, December 13th. 2-1 yesterday, so we finally got back on track. We were kind of struggling there a little bit, still sitting right at 500. Can't seem to get over the hump. So, hoping we finish December strong and then have a really good January and February to give us some momentum going to the rest of the year. So, just not doing as well as we would like to do. Let's go ahead. Let's start talking about some games. So we're looking at NBA totals. That's this segment here, as you guys, most of you who watch, may know very well. If you're new, we're looking at the totals of a basketball game and that odds maker set, and we're trying to beat that line. Right now, my record 82 and 82, so not good at all. So we need to be doing better, and I believe we will be doing better within these next couple months. So just got to keep trudging away. We've had some really bad runs, really bad stretches of games here over this past month, but we're kind of, we're getting out of it. Okay, so 2-1 yesterday. Again, don't forget to check out SBR, all the odds, totals, sportsbook bonuses, signups, all sorts of good stuff there at our website. So be sure to check that out. And again, this is our total segment. We also have our NCAA basketball segment. And let's look at some plays here. All right, so first one we got up is Memphis and Cleveland. And odds makers have that right now at 201.5. And I'm going under that total. Cleveland is favored by like 13 in that game, and I think they're going to blow them out. I think Memphis has been rolling. They're on like a 30-game winning streak or something. No, they've won like 6 in a row, I think, 6 or 7 in a row. But I like Cleveland tonight to not only dominate them, but to hold them to a really low number. Memphis is banged up right now. When you look at them, they're not a really good scoring team. They've kind of had, I don't know how they did what they did against Golden State. That was just amazing. But they do play some defense, and they go at a slow clip. So if they can try and control, if they try to get up and down with Cleveland, they're done. They're going to get killed, and it's going to go to like 220. But if they try to control the pace, which I think they're going to do, then I think this stays under. And also, as well, we got to look at this. I mean, odds makers, that's 201.5. I mean, that's low. For any game that Cleveland's in, that's one of the fastest, most efficient scoring teams in the NBA, and the odds, the number's just over 200. You really got to, that makes you take a double take at it. So see where people are taking this game. You might want to wait because it should go up. If it goes down, that's the sharps are doing something. That's interesting. That would be interesting. So take a look at the number. Check SBR for the numbers. All right, so let's look at Memphis right now. We got them averaging 98 points per game, and that ranks 26th in the NBA, and they're allowing 97.6. That ranks third. But their tempo is super, super slow. They rank fourth in the league in attempts per game. Fourth slowest in the league in attempts per game. And then on the other end of the spectrum, they rank second in attempts allowed. Really slow. Cleveland goes fast, and they get scored, and we all know that. They're averaging 111.5 points per game. But their defense has picked it up recently. They're allowing 103.6. That actually ranks right in the middle of the league. But let's look at some of their percentages, which I think gets us to why this is going to be. I think Memphis is going to have trouble scoring tonight. And for any total that's over 200, both teams kind of need to contribute. This year's been weird. There's been a lot of really high-scoring games this year. But Cleveland, right now they're 10th in the league in opponent overall shooting percentage. They're 7th in opponent shooting efficiency. All good numbers. Memphis can't shoot. They're shooting 45.8% on their two-point shot. That ranks last in the league, and they're second to last in overall shooting percentage. I don't care anything about their winning streak because when you look at it, I mean, there's nothing really that stands out except for that game against Golden State. And I think that was just a night where Golden State just played bad. I mean, they had over 20 turnovers. That's not the Warriors. Cleveland, offensively, they're awesome. They're number one in the league in three-point shooting percentage. But Memphis, they're fifth in the league in opponent three-point percentage allowed. So, or opponent three-point shooting percentage. Fine, whatever. At 33.8%. That's fifth in the league. That's good. They're also, something to be mentioned, though, Memphis ranks first in the league in field goals made per game. So the 201 starts to make a little bit more sense. But it's at Cleveland, so you'd actually think they'd get over. But I'm going to go under. I think odds makers are on that. Next one up, we got Tom Thibodeau coming home. Minnesota versus Chicago. Right now, odds makers have that at 209, and I'm going under that total as well. Chicago has played some surprisingly good defense this year, and Minnesota has not. But I just don't think it gets there. I don't think they're going to get there. Right now, we got Minnesota averaging 103.9 points per game. Chicago's averaging 103. Defensively, Minnesota's allowing 107.2. That's not good. Chicago's allowing just 99.9 right now. That ranks fifth in the league. And Chicago, like I said, has played surprisingly good defense. I mean, I can get some really, we can dig into these statistics quite a bit. Let's just talk about a couple key ones. Right now, Minnesota is shooting. They were at the beginning of the year, they were red hot from distance, but over the last several weeks, that's really gone down. Right now, they're shooting 34.6% from distance. That ranks 18th in the league. And they're shooting, their best statistic is they're shooting 49.3% on their 2-point shots. That ranks 13th. But Chicago, that's their best defensive percentage. They're allowing opponents to shoot 47.8% on their 2-point shooting. That ranks 4th in the league. Nice job by Hoiberg so far this year. But I think, again, I'm attributing that to the veterans that they have on that team. Chicago, they rank 3rd in the league in opponent shooting efficiency. Minnesota's going to struggle to score a little bit tonight. So what Minnesota's going to do is do what they do, and that's try and control the tempo, where they allow 81.9 attempts per game, which ranks 5th in the NBA, and they allow 38.8 field goals made per game. That ranks 14th. So 209, I think, is a bit too much. Chicago's been really good in defending transition. Minnesota doesn't push, doesn't push tempo so much. They don't get out in transition. So I don't think they're going to get to it. They're going to have to shoot off the charts, and I don't think they're going to. So I'm going to go ahead and back under the total of 209. All right, last game up. We got New York and Phoenix, and again, we're going under. Odds makers have it at 220.5, and that is a huge number. And statistically, it looks like they could, get there easily. I just don't think they're going to do it tonight. I don't. Let's look at New York recently: 118 to 112 at LA, and then 103 to 100 at Sacramento. Then versus Cleveland, a very up-tempo team, they played them at home. They got blown out 126 to 94. This game is going to be high scoring. I just don't think they get to 220. Let's look at some statistics here. We got New York, they're averaging 104.8 points per game. Phoenix is averaging 106.8. Defensively, these are two not good teams, if my grammar is even close to good there. If that's even right. All right, Phoenix is allowing 113.3 points per game. That ranks 2nd to last in the league. They are at home, though, so they might, play a little bit better. New York is allowing 107.1. So defensively, it doesn't look like they're going to get there, but you look at their offensive numbers, and they're not, off the charts. The tempo's fast. That's it. You got two of the fastest teams in the NBA. Phoenix ranks 1st in attempts per game, and New York, they rank 2nd. The attempts are there, but their shooting percentages are not. Overall, New York is shooting 44.8% from the field. That ranks 17th in the league, and Phoenix is shooting 44.3%. That ranks 19th. Phoenix ranks 21st in 3-point and 2-point shooting percentage. That seems okay. No, that makes sense. Then we got New York. They are shooting the 3 okay, about 36%, but 2-point shots 48.4%. Defensively, Phoenix not bad defending the 2 at 49% per game. That ranks 14th in the league. Not bad by the Suns in that category. That's about it though. New York defensively, they do rank 12th in the league in field goals made per game. So all that said, again, this is just like that Minnesota-Chicago game. Except in that game, I don't think the tempo is going to be there. This game, the tempo is going to be there, but they're going to have to shoot at a pretty high clip to go ahead and get over 220. I don't think they get there. I think this line goes down, actually, before tip. So watch the line on that. I'll be surprised if that goes up. And that's it. All right. So we had 3 unders today. 3 unders. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Memphis and Cleveland under the 201.5 in a game where I think Memphis is going to try and slow things down. If this game gets up tempo, it's not only going over, it's going way over, but I don't think they get there. Minnesota, Chicago under the 209. Unless they shoot lights out, they're not going to get there. And the same thing goes for New York and Phoenix under the 220.5, where I don't think the shooting percentages match up with this number. And that is it. So I wish you luck on all your plays today. Be sure to check out SBR, and best of luck.